Mark.
So in the film 1917, director and writer Sam Mendes wanted to cast two unknown actors to take on the roles of the main characters. But the question was like, why did he decide to do that versus having the three already well-known actors like Benedict Cumberbatch, Colin Firth, and Mark Strong already in the films? But surprisingly, they're only in there in a quick cameo before all the spotlight goes back onto these two unknown actors. So, in an interview, he mentions that the reason why he wanted to cast two unknown actors is because he wanted to give the audience. A sense of like feeling whether or not these two are going to survive, because traditionally and a lot of other movies that people see in the past is when a main character is being casted to a actor who is well known, they're thinking there's no way that they're going to kill off this guy or this girl early, because they're the main actors, and plus a lot of audiences go and watch a movie because of a particular actor, so they know for a fact that there's no way they're going to kill off this guy first. So with that, it makes you wonder too, is that are they going to survive, and are we going to see them alive at the end of this film? So that's pretty much what his take on why he wanted to have unknown actors in there. But I have my own theory behind it too. I believe it's referencing just at a time of war. Is when you read the history books, you always hear like the big names like generals, captains, or lieutenants that were in the war, but then you don't hear too much about all the soldiers that were fighting in the war and had to go through all that nightmarish hell of which war is. So that's a great way of like depicting like these two characters, is that these are not only unknown actors in the cinema world, but they're also unknown soldiers, or as I like to call it, the unsung heroes of war. So that's a really great way of like showcasing these two characters, is because you know that there's going to be a lot of deaths, and a lot of them are on the soldiers that fight in the front lines. So now having to follow these two characters, it just adds more of like realism, because first and foremost, it's like, again, you don't know who a lot of the soldiers are that fought in all the wars. So we're talking like the Civil War, the World War One, Two, and Korean or Vietnam, or even the current wars that's going on in the world right now. It's like you don't know a lot about them, but when you do actually follow them, you come to love these characters, because they're fighting to not only survive, but they're fighting to get back home to the ones they love, and also fighting to protect the ones that they love. So you just get this connection with these two characters now having to go into like their own stories. And again, this connects back to what Sam Mendes is reasoning for casting unknown actors, is that you don't know if they're going to make it through the whole film, because they're not these high ranking names like the actors, or even like the generals and the captains that you hear in the history books. It's very historical, very artful, and also a very a beautiful film. I mean, despite like what the settings and time that it took place, it just really does make you not only appreciate like many actors that are unknown out there, but it really does make you appreciate those who served in the front lines as well. So definitely, if you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely I would recommend 1917 by Sam Mendes. I have to let people know though too that it's pretty graphic, but it also lets you know just how terrible war is and why we should avoid it at all costs. But for those who did have to serve at that time and are still serving this day, I definitely salute you guys for your bravery and your courage. And definitely, you guys are all in my hearts. And I wish you guys a safe journey and a safe return home to your loved ones.